Hi guys, Justin Williams here with Dirt Time Adventures and Trailblazer Survival School, and today is another episode of Forager's Find. If you watched last week, I was on the Palmetto Trail. I was actually on the other side of the trailhead and over by a place called Brick House, and now I am at the other end of the trailhead, and this one is Sedonia. And so put in some miles today. But what I specifically was trying to find in my efforts today was a new area to do some wild plant identification. And I think I found it on the Sedonia side. If you look on the ground, there's not near the pine here. There is over here on this back side, but there's a lot of deciduous trees in this area right here. So looks like they originally cleared out for campgrounds and stuff, parking. They got rid of some of the pines, but in this little deciduous area, tons of plants. So it's going to be exciting to be able to use this area right here. I'm not going to go into any detail today on this plant, but there's kudzu. Down here we got there's all kinds of little plants down here. You have to excuse the traffic at the trailhead. Got some road. Down here is clover. We got some wood sorrel. This is one of my absolute favorite plants. Got some, looks like some ginger or violets. I have to look at that a little more detail. Looks like some ginger. A little wood sorrel. Got plantain. Just tons of good plants here. I can definitely use this. But the last few weeks I have covered a useful plant with plantain. I've covered edible plants, and so the yucca was edible but also had tons of uses. We talked about grapevine, which has excellent tensile strength for cordage, and you can eat the muscadines. And today I want us to look at pokeweed. Now, pokeweed is actually a delicious wild edible, but it's also very poisonous if you eat it in the wrong season. Hearing a siren of some type. I don't know if there's a dam close by or what, but so pokeweed, when it's very young, before it starts developing these little clusters here, before it starts developing these little berry clusters, and before the stalks turn red, and sometimes they'll turn red early if they get sunburnt, but usually you can find them little, and you can actually take the new growth, and you have to parboil it though. You gotta parboil it, drain it off, boil it, drain it off, boil it, drain it off, and I usually do it 3 or 4 times before I even consider it edible. And it's got to remain in its young state. Once it gets too mature, the toxins in it are just too poisonous. And so once again, a way to identify is it has the little black berries. Sometimes they start off green. They'll start off green and then eventually turn black. It's got this, it's almost hot pink, which makes it dangerous because it's very beautiful. It's appealing to the eye, which a lot of times kids will eat it and get sick. And so that's not good either. So as far as the leaf patterns go, I'll get you a look at that. It looks like some bugs have had some heydays with these ones, but they can get really big, like so. And they can be smaller too. So this is the good old pokeweed, or also known as poke. Right below it here is the nemesis, poison ivy. And I'm actually probably a lot closer than I should be to it, because I am allergic to it. So, but anyways, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, we got some kudzu, this is a great area for plant identification, so I hope to use it, especially because of the resources that are here. And anyways, well guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Forager's Find. Today, pokeweed. Like I said, do a lot of research before you try eating it, and definitely don't harvest it in the summer or the fall, especially when it comes to mature plants. Avoid the berries. Now there'll be people that say that they've used it for medicine and they've eaten it and they never died, but just stick to the book and play it on the safe side when it comes to pokeweed. Admire it, enjoy it, let it look pretty, but don't eat it. So, poisonous plant for Forager's Find. Guys, keep it practical, primitive, and prepared.